Big Ben Simmons ripped the NBA to shreds this year.
Simmons slamming it down!
But guess what? Now he's got fellow Aussie Jonah Bolden right by his side.
Bolden got it.
Son of NBL great Bruce Bolden, Jonah played college ball under the bright lights at UCLA, then turned pro in Serbia and Israel.
High pass stuffed down by Jonah Bolden. Another big Bolden blow.
The Philadelphia 76ers then did their bit by nabbing him at pick 36 of the 2017 NBA draft.
Jonah Bolden from Sydney, Australia.
Now in the city of brotherly love with brother Ben, can the two Aussies take Philly to NBA glory?
Great follow there by Bolden.
Well, please welcome Jonah Bolden. Sorry, mate,
It's all right. Jonah, I'm so excited because not only are you going to the NBA, you're going to the 76ers, which right now, of course, Ben Simmons is there, Joel Embiid. This is a team that could literally win the championship. How exciting is life for you right now?
I mean, it's really exciting. Having my family around and just the Australian connection and knowing the people I'm going to be with in the team and stuff like that.
I feel like you didn't meet my energy. I feel like I'm way more excited about you. You're doing a lot more cool, calm and collected.
Yeah,
I could learn
so.
a thing or two from you.
Yeah.
Okay.
How different is your world now? Like, you know, different to shooting hoops around Sydney, the world you're living in now. What are sort of the main differences?
Just people like kind of know me more now when I go out and kind of notice me. And I mean, like, I haven't really been back to Sydney since I've signed. I've kind of just stayed in Melbourne and worked out and stuff like that. So.
There are aspects of your accent, I know, with your dad and living over in the States that sound a little American. When we export people, often the twang comes in. Can you just hang on to as much of your Aussie accent as possible
I'll try.
for us?
If you ever win a championship, can you hold up the trophy
Australian.
and can you go, "That's bloody awesome"? Oh, fair dinkum Struth, I got a ring.
Could you promise us right now to do a shoey?
What's a shoey?
But hang on, here's the thing.
The beer thing?
Yes.
Oh, yeah,
But here's the thing, what size shoe are you? 14. Oh, you'd be hammered. You can't do a shoey, it'd kill you.
That'd be over the legal limit.
Yeah, it'd be too much.
So Brett Brown is the coach of Philly,
Yeah.
who of course used to coach the Giants here. He coached the Boomers, and now Philly's recruited you and Ben Simmons. Is it a coincidence that he keeps picking up the sons of like players that he would have coached back in Australia?
I mean, yes and no. That's kind of the thing that he said when I got there, how it's kind of come full circle. You know, he coached my dad and Ben's dad and then him coaching over here and stuff like that. But, I mean, it is what it is. I think it's just happened the way it's happened.
Yeah, and I've noticed your dad's in the audience.
Yeah.
Which is, like, for Tommy and I... So Tommy and I remember your dad, like, in the heyday, like,
Yeah.
going to Rod Laver to watch these games. Like, it's actually intimidating being in the same room. But he didn't play in the NBA and you did, so you're better than him, yeah?
Honestly, I think I was better than him when I was like 16.
Sorry, so let's just be really clear about what you mean. So at 16, you're better than he ever was? Is that what you're saying?
I wouldn't go that far, but for the age, at 17, when he was 17, I think so.
Did you see him do our little in-break promo before?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, nailed it?
Yeah, I didn't know if it was acting or if it was natural. He was kind of...
You mean you don't know if he's really proud of you or he had to act?
No, he was... Yeah.
But did you check out his moves in that thing? Do you have any idea of what he was like as a basketball?
Oh yeah, no doubt. I mean, I know his how he played here and his kind of length of, I think it was 20 plus years being here and 17 seasons and just what he did for Melbourne sports and the basketball here, and then obviously me growing up in Sydney and moving to Sydney and stuff like that. But I mean, I think in my eyes he's a legend, and in a lot of other eyes he's a legend.
Well, I think it's undeniable. I mean, he won a championship here, MVP here, but I want to talk about the Aussies that are coming through on the world stage at the moment. I mean, we've obviously mentioned Ben Simmons, but then you've also got people like Dellavedova, Patty Mills.
Right.
You've got top NBA players that are Aussies. What are the chances of us at some point in the future really contending in the Olympics?
I mean, I've said it in a couple of interviews yesterday. I think this will be one of the best Olympic teams, if not the best Australian Olympic team. And I kind of have no doubt in my mind that we will medal and contend with the USA team. I mean, every Olympics USA is the top team, but I think we're up there come 2020.
Did you see the fight the other week? Did you see Thon Maker
ball?
throwing his
Yeah.
kicks and knees around?
I did. What's funny is I was actually supposed to be there. I had told coach that I wasn't coming due to obviously my situation in summer league, but I was thinking I could have been there, and it would have been funny just knowing the stuff I would have done.
What would you have done? Like
Probably
what?
the same as Thon, to be honest with you.
Well, like try to kick people and miss.
fly
Is that what you
kicks, fly kicks and all that kind of stuff. It was a brawl. I mean, what else do you do in a brawl?
Are you so glad that you're an NBA player? Because being as tall as you are, if you had to fly economy, that would be a nightmare.
No, yeah, I mean, if you don't have the exit, yeah, it is. If you don't have exit, yeah, there's no room. I mean, I couldn't last more than an hour flying economy.
Yeah, and then imagine if the prick in front of you tried to put their seat back to recline, but you just be like, you've got to be kidding me!
It still happens, and I just push it back.
Well, all the best when you head back tomorrow. It's been an absolute pleasure. Would you please thank Jonah Bolden? Poses. Organisers say Doga, as it's called, is a good way for busy people to bond with their pooch.
He's 22, one of the hottest young players in the NBA, and he's ours.
This is the #1 player in the country, Ben Simmons, originally from Melbourne, Australia.
Ben Simmons, welcome to the project.
Thank you.
When I imagined interviewing you one-on-one, I always assumed it would take place in a library. Did you spend any time in this library?
Of
when you were
course,
at
like
school?
a few days.
A few
A few
days?
times. I've been in here a few times.
Is it good to be home?
Yeah, definitely. I love coming home. It's a short trip, but it's always good to, knock out a few things, see family, friends, and then obviously come back to the school.
After playing Aussie rules and basketball as a junior, Ben Simmons decided to stick with shooting hoops. Boy, did it pay off.
Is this guy left-handed, right-handed? Is he amphibious?
Philadelphia 76ers select Ben Simmons.
Obviously, since you were a little kid, you wanted to play in the NBA. At any stage, did you want to play in the AFL?
It just wasn't my thing. Like, I grew up playing basketball, and then I played rugby league. AFL was kind of something I picked up late, so it wasn't like a passion I had. I mean, I was good, but I didn't really enjoy playing. I more enjoyed like tackling somebody and hitting somebody really hard. But then I was in the ruck, so like, you gotta run everywhere, and that's not my favorite thing to do.
You didn't like the running?
I'd rather play forward and kick goals.
Ben's fame skyrocketed this year when he was named the NBA's best newcomer.
Ben Simmons.
You were just one Rookie of the Year. Congratulations on that. Had an amazing season in the best competition there is in the world. Did you surprise yourself how well you did?
Everybody talks about you hit a rookie wall during the season where you just have slumps and you're just not playing well. It's the travels, you're eating, and you're just not used to it. But for me, I never really hit that just because I was on this schedule where I was just like, all right, game. Who am I playing? Who am I guarding? And that was really my focus at the time.
Make each other guard each other. Go at each other.
That was really cool for me just because it was easy for me to join a team where the coach has already coached my dad and already have that connection.
Simmons puts it in for 2.
Know my dad forever, and me before I was even born, I was there. You knew my mom. That was like the easiest thing for me coming into the team that has like familiar face and somebody I could really relate to and talk to.
Does he talk to you about your dad at all?
Yeah, for sure. It's actually funny because we'll be in like team meetings and no one has any idea about my dad. And he'd be like, your dad, be like your father, a bruiser, like talking like that. It's just funny because everyone will like joke about it as soon as we leave and say it and repeat it to me. But it's always good to have that.
He's worth millions of dollars in contracts and endorsements. But when Ben comes home, he takes time to remember his roots at Box Hill Senior Secondary College and hang out with his family, of course.
I'll tell my brother and like dad, and I'm like, yo, isn't this so weird? Like what I'm doing? Just during the season playing in the NBA, this is the coolest thing to me. And I don't think really many people look at it that way. I think a lot of guys just go into it and just normal to them. But for me, I'm like, this is amazing.
So one thing your dad never was, as far as I can remember, is like a character in a basketball game. So who's better, you?
Me.
Or your computer character?
Me.
You sure?
Yeah.
So
I'm faster.
You're faster than your computer character?
Sure.
Are you sure?
They need to make me faster.
I mean, is this just you telling yourself a story to make yourself feel better about the
Maybe.
rating? Yeah?
No, I think I'm better in person than the game.
Is there anything that your character in the game's better at than you?
No.
Nothing.
No.
Does it help with contracts? Can you go into like a contract negotiation and say, but have you seen
Exactly.
all my attributes?
I wish. That would be amazing.
It doesn't work that way?
Definitely not.
Oh, that's a shame. You got an amazing relationship with LeBron.
Mm-hmm.
Where did that come from?
Just playing in high school and then him seeing me at my game and then obviously reaching out and building a relationship with him through that.
Would he be any good at football?
Probably like NRL.
Yeah, right.
Like league, he would be a freak at it.
But you don't think he could kick a ball?
I feel like I need to see him kick a ball now. I think I need to take him a footy and like see if he can kick it.
Could you do that for us?
Yeah, for sure.
If you do that, can you please let us know you're doing that? Because we need to get vision of this thing.
Yeah.
There's one thing having fans, it's another thing having like packs of paparazzi following you around. How you cope with that?
It is what it is. It just depends who you hang with, what circles you're in, what you do really. But for me, I like to just hang out and chill. So I've never really tried to let that bother me or let anybody else bother what I do. But at the same time, I mean, it does get a little annoying sometimes, but it is what it is.
Ben cemented his spot on the celebrity social scene when rumours began about a relationship with Kendall Jenner.
Because I know every time I step out of the house, wherever I am in America or the world, that somebody's watching. Somebody has a phone, somebody has a camera, and what I do could be put out there.
That's exhausting though.
It's just natural.
No, but it's not. It's the opposite of natural.
It's natural for me. Like, I know if I'm gonna go get a piece of chicken from down the street and walk there, I know somebody's gonna ask for a photo, say what's up, ask me questions, whatever it is, 100% of the time.
Yeah, right. So
even if it doesn't happen, it's like, if it doesn't happen, I'm like, damn, I just walked down the street without somebody saying anything to me, that's cool.
Like, as in, I'm disappointed, like what's happening?
No, it's not disappointing, it's like, that's cool. Like,
yeah, right.
That's the first day, like, somebody's never really said anything to me where I've been able to just go get a piece of chicken.
You guarantee me you're going to get LeBron to kick a football. Now you have to guarantee
you I'd play in the
medal.
Olympics one day.
All right.
I also want to be the flag bearer.
You want to be the flag bearer?
Can we like hook that up somehow?
Andrew Gazer's probably the only basketballer who's a flag bearer.
You think they'll let me do it?
I think they would, but you probably have to do like 3 or 4 Olympics to do that. Are you up for that?
Yeah. Every time I step on the floor, I know I'm representing Australia, my family, Philadelphia, my teammates, and everybody who really supports me. So regardless of who I'm playing for, I'm always representing Australia.
Thanks for your time, man.
Thank you.
All right.